a lot of people do think to submit and figure it goes nowhere, but I think there are plenty of people who don't submit to Marvel and DC. You know, or at least start talking to them if they can.
I mean, if you're as big a control freak as you described, at Marvel, you know, I'm not there these days, but sort of my impression is, as much as they may love what you do, they will then say, well, how'd you like to write Spider-Man? You know, and then become part of the system. It seems to be the opposite of what you're interested in doing. So, you know, my impression is she might submit and they go, this is great, but we don't want it, but what else can you do? And then you would have to decide if you wanted to spend your time doing it.
Yeah, or we may just like the writing and not like the art, or we may like the art and not care as much for the writing. You have to decide, oh, do I want to just do one discipline, or, you know, that kind of thing. Those things are those questions, no matter if it's Marvel or DC, no matter what publisher you take it to, those questions are going to come up, and you're just going to have to figure out for yourself.
Also, if you want to look at it from a purely pragmatic point of view, if you're writing Spider-Man, if you're writing a high-profile Marvel comic, it gets your name out there. It gives you it can give you an audience. It can give you a certain cachet that you wouldn't necessarily have if all you were doing was the stuff that you have total control over. You know, I write X Factor, which is overseen by a lot of people. I also write Fallen Angel for IDW. It has a fraction of the readership that X Factor does, but I steer the boat completely on Fallen Angel. It's my creator-owned material. I write novels that I write novels that have worked for Khoi. Right now I'm finishing up doing the novelization of the Iron Man movie. You know, it's pretty controlled. On the other hand, I have other novels that are entirely my own that, you know, that bring me great creative fulfillment too. And I mean, it really depends. I mean, there's plenty of Hollywood directors who do big budget films that are overseen by the producers, and it's a trade-off because they also do the small personal films that mean something to them. On the other hand, there's Woody Allen. You know, you're not going to get Woody Allen to do Transformers 2. You know, Woody Allen does Woody Allen movies. He does what he writes and what he writes and he directs, and that's it. And people are happy to be in Woody Allen films, and they're happy to produce and put the Woody Allen films out there because he's an auteur, and there's a certain cachet to having Woody Allen on your roster, even though the movies are not really making a heck of a lot of money. Woody Allen's audience has shrunk and shrunk and shrunk. If Woody Allen did a big budget Hollywood film,
which he does as a voice actor, he hires out for all sorts of acting gigs to pay the bills.
Exactly. But as a writer-director, he does his movies, and nobody gainsays him. He's Woody Allen. Okay, but there's a trade-off, you know.
Any other questions? Yeah.
From a writing standpoint, when it comes to submitting, what specific format would be best? Like a script or a novel, or is there some in between?
Oh God, don't submit a novel.
Yeah. Let me put it to you this way. I read stuff that I have time to read. So the shorter, the better. If I'm interested in the concept or the character that you're buying, you at base you need the concept of the character. And if I'm interested in that, and you've given me your contact information, big key there. A lot of people don't put their contact info on submission. Folks, if I can't call you back, I can't hire you.
Some people are just too freaking stupid.
But if I'm interested in what I see there, even if I'm not interested in that particular project, let's say you pitch me on Iron Man, I can't do Iron Man because Iron Man is dead. Wait, that's Captain America. Anyway, point being, if I like what I see, if I think you've got a cool concept, at least I'll remember that. You know, so maybe the next time you submit, it's something that maybe I can't do again, but if it's cool again, I go, okay, this guy sent in 2 things now. And you might get a call or an email. You know, and it's that sort of thing. Don't be worried especially if you're pitching to publishers that own their own characters, like Marvel and DC do. Because the chances are they're planning further ahead than you can sort of guess. So chances are what you're actually submitting in terms of a story idea can't be done right that second. You might get lucky and maybe you can, but that's not what you're really going for at that point. What you're going for is did that guy read it and did he like it? And then you build from there. And these are exactly the same sorts of questions that we tackle in both the Intro to Comics Writing and Intro to Comic Book Art class that are starting up not next week because that's Thanksgiving, but the week after for the Comics Experience classes. And you can sign up here for only $25. Guarantees you a seat in the first night of class. If you like it, great. You can pay the rest after that. If you don't, that's it. $25 in a night, and you're done. Do we have any other questions? We got just a few minutes more. Wait, we got a quick plug here from Danny Fingeroth.
When you're through with these classes, there's a great supplement to this class on the website. It's published by the 5 people tomorrow. Not only right now, not only draw, but the How to Draw Comics DVD, the How to Write, How to Create Comics and Script to Print book. By an amazing coincidence, I'm selling them here, but www.tomorrows.com, where they're cutting 50% off all the magazines. And now back to our regular schedule program.
I would also like to thank Peter for putting me in his latest Star Trek novel. Thank you.
No problem. Did I do that?
Yeah, I got like 3 emails telling me that I didn't.
Okay, I put people in it and totally forget. What did I have you do?
I don't know. I'm an
Oh, you were a
ensign.
crewman.
I'm an ensign or something.
Yeah, that's right. You're a
Me and
crewman.
Tom Brevoort, you swapped our names.
Yeah, that's
Andy
right.
Brevoort and Tom.
That's right. That's right. Energy board. Oh, that's right. You get assimilated by the board by like chapter 2.
Sweet! But Misty lives.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, spoiler alert.
Any